Now, let's meet John Shin, a Korean-American entrepreneur, author, motivational speaker, and philanthropist who has trained and mentored thousands of business professionals, athletes, and celebrities to help maximize their potential for success. John recently added executive movie producer to his impressive list of accomplishments. We attended the world premiere of his new film that is sure to inspire millions around the world with its powerful message that actually isn't new at all.
So my parents came from South Korea in the 60s, and they brought me with them when I was only 100 days old. Paegil was what they call it, it's a 100th day. And on the 100th day, we were landing at LAX. I went to college and I got into corporate America, and I did, the things that most people do, is to find a job and start paying off their student loans and, trying to save some money, and that became a difficult task. And then you just wonder, is there a way to become rich? Is there a way to become successful financially? But I met the best person of my life, and that one person that I met was actually my wife, right? And I think that when you find the love of your life, right, that partner that has the similar goals and the dreams and the things that they see your vision, you can do big things together. My dream at the end of the day was to help people, in some way. Wasn't quite sure how I was going to help people, but I knew my number one passion was helping people, right? Number two is getting people to realize their greatest potential. Everything changed for us after we read the book, Think and Grow Rich. I read it, and when I read it, I couldn't put it down. That book absolutely changed every perspective that I ever had about everything I had in life. And so I started to apply the principles of this book called Think and Grow Rich. Now, Napoleon Hill was only 25 years of age when he was commissioned by Andrew Carnegie. And Andrew Carnegie was one of the wealthiest, most successful stories during the 1930s. The time of depression, the time where there was so much turmoil in this nation. And he went to Napoleon and he said, hey, he says, why don't you go and interview some of my friends? And he spent 25 years on this journey studying some of the most incredible stories ever in American history. And as he started to interview these people, he came back after interviewing 500 people. And after interviewing these people, there were 17 common denominators of all these different people, these success stories. And he took those principles and he put them into a book called Think and Grow Rich. We wanted to create a movie that we can take this information that Napoleon Hill did in 1937 and be able to reach out to everyone out there. So I get a lot of credit for being the executive producer of this movie, but by no means was I the only one who created this. I mean, there were incredible people like Scott Servine, who is the director of this movie.
Love working with John Shin. He's a guy that's got vision. He saw the vision right away. He was one of the first to really see it.
I just am such a believer that you can get there in the power of visualization. That for me is the main point of that book. And that's what certainly helped me.
John Shin has been great along the way. He's got a heart of a lion. He really does. And more than that, he's really become like family. So we're extremely grateful that he's here with us today and that he was able to join us on this journey.
And I know one thing is that we're all wired for success, but programmed to fail. But I also know that I'm also an original, right? No one has my fingerprints. Nobody has my eye print. Nobody walks like me, right? No one has my footprints. I'm an original, right? But I don't want to die a copycat like someone else. I want to live my life. I want to see who John Shin could possibly be. People say, wow, you look at you, you're there, you made it. And I'm like, I haven't even made it. I'm just starting right now, right? And I know that with this movie and with the books and everything else and our tours, and this is a worldwide phenomenon. People are coming from all over the world because they collectively want to help make sure that we get this message out. And I want everybody to understand that if you think and grow rich, you can achieve anything. I'm John Shin, and this is my voice.